Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? You know, so I'm making this brief live. It's just about I want to address the post that I made the other day, in which I mentioned, I said, if you don't qualify for reparations, then you're not black, right? And a lot of people was in their bag. A lot of people thought they was, they was trying to correct me. This is gonna be a good one. Thanks. A lot of people were trying to correct me. A lot of people were trying to say like, oh, like everybody black or whatever. If you are descendant from the diaspora, whatever, X, Y, Z, right? Everybody got in their feelings. So boom. I'll get into that in a little bit. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all like the video so it can circulate. So I just want to get into the post that I made the other day because a lot of people seem to be misunderstanding me and what I was trying to get at. So let me give you a little history about the word black, right? And I made another video about this, but I'm gonna try to make this concise as possible. So the word black, it was never about skin pigmentation in the beginning, right? It was just about your condition and what conditions did you live, like what was your condition, right? So that's what the word black was really about. The word black was just about the condition that you lived in. For example, if you look at the definition of the word black, they probably changed it, right? But it was always things like negative things, right? It was always like darkness. It was always like it was always like darkness. It was always like evil. It was always like peasant. It was, black had all these negative definitions attached to it. Just like if you look up the word white has all these definitions about pure, angelic, and all these different things, right? So now we understand the difference between black and white, right? It's just about condition. It had nothing to do with skin pigmentation. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say this and reiterate it because this might be my last time explaining this to some of y'all. All right? So boom. Did you know that before African people or black descendants of Africans in the Americas, before they were called black, did you know that Irish people were called black? Did you know that Italian people were called black, aka the niggas in Europe? Did you know that it was the Polish? Did you know there was a lot of people in Europe that were called black? So it had nothing to do with skin pigmentation. But you can't tell some of y'all anything because y'all think y'all know it all. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Black people, black was just a term in the conditions that you lived in. That's all it was about, right? So fast forward, in the Americas in the 1600s, to differentiate in the America in the 1600s, they created the term white. Okay, people in Europe was not going around calling themselves white. This was not a global thing. This is not like today it's like some global thing, right? Like we call these people white, we call these people black, you know what I'm saying, and kumbaya, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of the story. But no, it was not always like that. In the 1600s in the Americas, they created the term white, right? So that the poor Irish, the Italians, all these other people that came here to work as indentured servitudes from Europe, so that they could have some power, they created the term white. They created, all right, the social construct race. They created the social construct of race, right? Black, white. This is when they became a race. Again, that's a social construct. So why are we sitting here talking about, we be taking the mad deep, right? But it's still an identifier, right? It just identify people. So the descendants of slaves, slavery internationally was abolished in like 1804, somewhere around the time of the Haitian Revolution. Make sure you like the video. So slavery was abolished internationally, right? So the Americas, the 13 colonies went into inbreeding of slaves, right? This is when they started inbreeding with the cattle, whatever. So the term black was attached to pigmentation, right? It became attached to pigmentation, specifically those people who were brought from Africa and now resided in the Americas, right? Another thing people got to realize that black people or these people that came from Africa became something else. You became something different in the Americas. So the point I'm trying to get at, boom, you have the social construct of race, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're a Muslim and you read the Qur'an, Allah didn't say anything about race in the Quran, right? The Quran says, we made you, we created you, man and woman, and we made you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another. It said nations and tribes so that you may know one another. It don't say nothing about race, right? Race is something that was made up by the Caucasian people as an identifier for different people. So boom, now they're calling the descendants of slaves here in America, they're calling them black. And they're calling everybody who has lighter have no pigmentation, they're calling them white. So follow me. It was never a global thing. So now today, people use the terms as a global thing, right? They map it onto everybody. But that was just something that was connected to the people here in the Americas, right? And maybe other descendants of slaves throughout the diaspora. So boom, let me break this down because everybody want to be black today. And I'm not here to trying to shit on nobody. If people want to identify with whatever they want to identify, you identify with whatever you want to identify. But the reality is that the terminology applied to certain people, right? Black is a race, right? So if you're a mixed person, let's say you Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans are made up of Tainos, Spaniards, and West Africans, right? So how is it that you just black? How is it that are you not mixed? How is it that you just black? Like we just, how is it that you just black? You're not just black, right? Because again, black is something specific. It applies to certain people. Now let me take it even further. If everybody in the diaspora is black, right? If everybody in the diaspora is black, then why when people from Africa, why would people from Africa, when they come to the Americas, why when they come to America, they tell their children not to associate with black people? If we all black, right? If we all black, why do African people tell their kids, don't associate yourself with them black people, right? Why do Caribbean people, and I'm not saying this is everybody, it's not everybody, but the average African household, they tell their kids, do not mess with the black people. Caribbean people do the same thing. They'll tell their kids in a heartbeat, do not associate yourself with the black people, right? But we all black, right? Today we want to use the word black as something global, but it's not something global. Because at the end of the day, people be trying to say that African people was calling themselves black. I want to know when. I want to know when, at what point in history was African people just walking around saying that they were black. When the term, right, when the race was something that was created by the European man. I want you to tell me, I want you smart people, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all think y'all smart. Some of y'all are smart. But a lot of y'all that got a lot to say, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the receipts. I want you to tell me, because the European man created race, right? So I want you to tell me, at what point in history, before Europe left out their continent and started colonizing the world, at what point in history was African people just going around calling themselves black? Because from what I know, people was calling themselves based on their nation, or people was addressing themselves based on their tribe. So I want to know at one point was African people was just I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I just wanted to address real quick, and I mentioned the reparations thing because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, some people were brought here and some people came here. You know what I'm saying? Some people were brought here and some people came here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some people are descendants a lot of people are descendants for slaves, and the diaspora is very big. But guess what? Your colonizer was different. That's what people fail to realize. Some people were colonized by the British. Some people were colonized by the French. Some people were colonized by the Spaniards. People were colonized by different people. So different people had different systems. America became its own colonial power. America has the most bases, right, in the world today, right? America invades countries. They take their resources. They do the same stuff that Europe and all these other people did in the past, right? So America is a colonizer in itself. So when I say that, America, the black people here in America are seeking freedom from its colonizer, right? America. So when you got the Jamaican people, you got your little independence from Britain. You know You know, the little if you're from Barbados, if you're from Haiti, if you're from wherever in the Caribbean, right? Haiti got its independence, right? They didn't get it from America. They went and got it from the French, right? So different colonies throughout the diaspora got their independence. They don't teach you that. Exactly, that's a good thing too. So different colonies throughout the diaspora got their independence from whoever colonized them. So if you came to America after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be entitled to no reparation here. Like, you're not black. You know what I'm saying? You Haitian now, or you Jamaican. You have something that identifies you. The black people in America do not have an identifier, right? They don't know their tribe. They don't know where they came from. They don't even really have a nation. Peace, gang, peace. They don't even really have a nation. Like, yeah, you live here. You American by default because you was born here. But the reality is, like, you still Generation X. You still the lost people, the lost tribe, the you know, you're lost people, and black is an identifier for you. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, the Haitians are still being oppressed. But the point of this whole thing is that black is an identifier for the people who are descendants of slaves here in America. Make sure you like the video so it could circulate. So that was just what I meant when I said that if you don't qualify for reparations, you're not black. Because a lot of people, definitely. Because a lot of people at the end of the day, if the United States said today, we're going to give you our reparations, some people, the people that came here, they're not going to get it. Like, if your family do not have a last name of slave masters that ruled in America, like, you're not gonna get it. Like, you're not gonna get it, right? If your last name's not like Turner, if your last name's not like Jones, like Williams, like, you know, you can trace. Like, trust me, they can trace back Jackson, Adams, like, you know, some of these last names. If you're not connected, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the point I was just trying to make was that if they were to give reparations to people, they're gonna track who are actually descendants of slaves here in America. They're not gonna say like, oh, you was enslaved in Jamaica. Oh, you was enslaved over here. We're gonna give you some money too. No, because your retribution, whatever you're seeking, was given to you by your independence. You got your land. Black folks here didn't get none of that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, some people came here after, and some people were brought here, and they didn't get nothing for that. They didn't get nothing from their colonizer, right? The 13 colonies, which became the 50 states, ain't give nothing. That's my point. I'm not black. African American, whatever that is, that's something the white man told you. The white man told you African American, and you jacked it. You know what I'm saying? Again, African American, what does that mean? You don't know who you are. How you African American? What tribe do you belong to in Africa? You can't even tell me. For all you know, you could be indigenous. You could be a native to this land. You don't know, right? How you African American? What tribe did you come from in Africa? What part of Africa did you come from? You just gonna repeat to me what somebody told you. You're gonna say, you might say Ghana. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's too late for reparations. Nah, it probably is too late for reparations. Maybe it's not. You know, I think that was the whole plan anyway. I think the whole plan is to get people to mix, to keep mixing interracially, and, you know, keep prolonging it to the point where it's like, okay, well, we can't really find no actual descendants. I mean, but there's people around that are still descendants. Bro, slavery was not that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get, and even if they don't give reparations for slavery, there was Jim Crow. There was a whole bunch of other things that happened in between time that you can give people stuff for, you know? So at the end of the day, and that's good. You could jack just American, and that's cool. And some people don't even want to jack that because they were, you know, they was forced into it. But the point I was just trying to make, I was just trying to say, like, look, man, at the end of the day, like, a lot of people claim this black fold today, right? Like 50 years ago, nobody wanted to be black. 50 years ago, nobody wanted to be under that umbrella, right? But now it's cool. Now it's cool to be black. Now it's cool to wear your hair out. Now it's cool to do certain things, right? Now it's cool, it's fashionable, you know, to get locks or to get certain things, right? From different cultures in the diaspora, right? It's cool to do these things. So now now you got people who look pale as hell, and then now I'm black too. You know, you might have a little 5%. You might have a little 5% son. My great grandmother was mixed with black, like, and now everybody is like coming out the woodworks and saying I'm black, I'm black, I'm black. But you know, look, who am I? At the end of the day, if you want to identify something, you want to identify something. But know this. Know that people always gonna look at you. People always gonna look at you. The people that live the black experience, that live the shit that you ain't live, and you out here talking about like you this, you that, like people always gonna look at you a certain way. And again, you know, I'm from Canada. Thank you, I appreciate it. And you know, and this is why we always have these issues. And this is why there's a lot of issues, because a lot of people be trying to like just eradicate the stuff that the black people have went through, right? Like African people do it. They come here, you know, they just say, oh, y'all just lazy, y'all just don't want to work. Look at that, I came here, I made my own business. Jamaican people do the same thing. Trinis, the whatever people from the Caribbean, they come here, they, you know, they're able to start their businesses, and then they look down upon the black people here because they feed into the narrative that the white people have painted about the black people. So we always gonna be at odds, right? Because you don't understand my struggle, and then I see you reaping the benefits. I see you reaping the benefits of my struggle, and then now we got problems. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'll give you another example with Muslims. No one comes wants to claim. Exactly. I'll give you an example with Muslims. Today, right? Today, there's a lot of Arabs. There's a lot of Pakistanis. There's a whole bunch of Muslims from all over the world. But they wouldn't be able to practice Islam in this country if it wasn't for the black Muslims. I'm saying? And a lot of them would deny it. A lot of them, you know, they wouldn't be able to practice Islam here if it wasn't for the black Muslims. But they reaping the benefits. Everybody else is reaping the benefits of black labor. So that's why people don't really understand. That's why people don't understand why they're so angry. People don't understand why it's like now that everybody want to claim black, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you didn't put up with what we put up. You didn't put the work that we put in. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the black experience that we have. You know what I'm saying? And then you should be like, but we all the same. We all get looked at the same. We all get violated. No, we don't. We don't get violated the same. You know what I'm saying? America allows you, the foreigner, to have a business. It's not that you hustle harder. It's that they destroyed our shit. You know why? Because we fight against the structure. We don't like the shit they done to us. We don't like what they still do to us. But you and your family could come over here and live the American dream. Make sure y'all like the video. You could come here, you and your immigrant family could come here and reap the benefits of the American dream. When the people that fought for it, you know what I'm saying, that sweated for it, that died for it, don't even get to do that. They don't even get to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even get to do that. The people on whose backs the country was built on don't get to reap the benefits that you get to reap. And then you wonder why they mad. You wonder why they angry. And then you got the nerve to look down upon them. Then you got the nerve to call them lazy. You got the nerve to tell your kids don't hang out with them. You got the nerve to tell your kids, oh, these people are this, these people are that. Like, you got some nerve. The reason why you thriving is because certain people died here. The reason why you thriving is because certain people built this. And look at the neighborhoods that these immigrants go to. They go to black communities. They don't put you in the white neighborhood. They don't put you in the neighborhood with them. No, they send you to the ghetto with us. You know what I'm saying? They send you to the ghetto with us. You know what I'm saying? So learn the history before you get into that. So this is the thing. This is why we always at odds with the diaspora, right? Because they come here and they step on us. They step on us. You know what I'm saying? They blew up our businesses. They sabotage them. You know why? Because black businesses fund black revolution. Black businesses fund civil rights. You know what I'm saying? Black businesses fund, we're not talking about, you know what I'm saying? Black businesses, black family structure, all these things together, they force resistance. And you know what? They don't want us to resist, right? So they sabotage our stuff. But you know what? When the immigrants come here, they don't look at the white man as a problem. They don't look at the white man like I gotta do something to him. They are thankful. They're like this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You helped me. You helped me come from Jamaica. It was bad in Jamaica. You helped me come from Haiti. It was bad in Haiti. You helped me come from wherever I came from, where I was living bad, and now I'm making dollars, and now I'm able to do my own little business and send my money back home, and now I'm able to do all of these things, and at the same time, you shitting on the people that made it possible for you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hopefully you understood what I meant by if you don't qualify for reparations, then you're not black. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not to sit here and say you're not a descendant from Africa. That's not to sit here and say your people wasn't enslaved. That's not to sit here and say none of that. All I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is this. If they were to give our reparations today, only certain people gonna get it. That's it. That's all I was saying. All I was saying is they're gonna track down who was here in the country, right? In those years, and Jim Crow, before they had like a whole bunch of people coming into the country. They're gonna track it down. Because trust me, America is smart. They know who came after what. They're gonna track down the families. They're gonna track down the descendants, and only certain people gonna get money. I had a conversation with one of my boys, and I'm gonna leave it on this note. He's a Jamaican American, and he tried to tell he was telling me like I will feel some type of way if America didn't give everybody that was dark skinned basically reparations. And I was like, why would you feel some type of way? Like, your family chose to come here. Your family wasn't forced to come here. England gave Jamaica their independence. You got your own little island. You know what I'm saying? It might be fucked up, but you got your own little island. It was given to you. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? But you got your own little island. England gave you your own little island. And you still felt like you had to come here. Feel me? You still feel like you have to come here. So why should you get reparations from the 13 colonies? Mind you, the 13 colonies separated from Europe. I mean, they separated from Britain. They fought against the English. They got separated. You know what I'm saying? They became their own country. So why would the United States of America give you reparations, and you are a nation that was separated also from England? They don't owe you no money. But do they owe money to the people that was here already? The black people, the real black people? Do they owe them money? Absolutely. They definitely owe them money. You Jamaican now. You got a whole different nationality. You got a whole different identity. Yet the black people here, what are they? You could say they're American by default, but we still not even really American, because the Constitution still say we 3/5 of a human being. Right? It still say we 3/5. So if we 3/5, are we really fully an American? Technically, we probably not. So that was just my whole point. Hopefully, y'all understood the post. That was all I was trying to say. All I was trying to say is that, to me, black. I don't know about America giving Liberia. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where you get that from. But at the end of the day, how can America give a piece of land in the continent of Africa to Africans? That don't even make sense, brother. But hey, I don't know where you getting your stuff from. But look, all I was trying to say is black means something specific to me, and it means definitely, that's what it is, colonization. Black means something specific to me, and it means the descendants of slaves here in America. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, to some other people today, they use the word globally. Today they want to say everybody's black. If you got 2% black in you, if you got 2% of an African ancestor, they want to call you black. I don't agree with that. Like Obama, I don't think Obama was black. I think Obama was African from Kenya, and his mother was white. You know what I'm saying? I think he was African. You know, Obama has a tribe. Obama could literally go to Kenya. He can literally go to Kenya, and he know where his family's at. He know where his tribe is at. How can you call that person black? Black is some made up shit. How you gonna call somebody black that has a country and they have a tribe? They have a nation and they have a tribe that they belong to, and you just gonna call them black? I would look at that like, I'm not black. That's why when I tell people sometimes, I'll be like, yo, I'm Garifuna. Like, you can't reduce me to not knowing where I'm from. You can't reduce me to I'm lost in the wilderness, because I'm not. Like, my people still exist. They've been fighting. They've been surviving. They holding on for dear life. Even though I'm saying they holding on. They holding on. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long fight since the 1700s, but they've been holding on to the little bit of culture and the little bit of tradition that they have. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my point. And you know, I just wanted y'all to understand that some people know their tribe, some people have their nation, and we can't just be grouping everybody on the black fold, because it's not really something that was created to apply to everybody. I mean, I ain't say he lying. All I'm saying is, how can America go to Africa and take some land and be like, all right, this is us giving y'all reparations? That just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That it doesn't make sense to me. You know, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, imagine if America grouped up the indigenous people here and they took them and they sent them to Africa, and it was like, yo, this is y'all land now. You know what I'm saying? This is y'all land. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying this to be divisive. At the end of the day, we can work together. But everybody got to understand everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to understand everybody. You got to understand, like, look, bro, you're not oppressed just like me. And in order for us to work together, you can't be undermining my shit. You can't just be telling me, like, yes, we are. We all the same. You can't just tell me, like, you know, sweep my shit under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Like you was going through the shit I was going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you can't just sweep my shit under the rug. You can't just be like, oh, you was getting lynched. Oh, we was going through the same thing. You know, we was getting chased by dogs. like it's just like, it's not about comparing the struggle. It's not the oppression Olympics, but it's just this. Do not sit here and undermine other people's suffering and try to say we all went through the same shit, because that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was trying to say. Hopefully y'all understood where I was coming from. You know what I'm saying? If y'all do like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, share it. And you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I made myself clear. I know sometimes things be unclear through text, through a post. But you know, I was just trying to make myself clear. Hopefully I did. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all love. And you know, hopefully the diaspora could get together and we could understand each other better and we could work together. But there's a lot of divisiveness. There's a lot of you know, people throwing shots, people talking shit about us, people doing all of this, but you're reaping the benefits of these people. So make sure you pay homage, you heard? Make sure you pay homage. Word. Peace.